This is the smooth way to do it, and that's what I wish I could have done. I've done the opposite. Moved really quick, add pieces. Now I'm going back and trying to fix the culture. All right, my friends, the Ultimate OD Podcast. I love this episode. I'm going to listen to this episode again. This is what it takes to go to the next level. This is how you level up your business and be the entrepreneur, the doctor, you name it, whatever you give yourself, the visionary integrator that you want to be. These are the steps. It's taken me so long to get this insight, and I kind of have it where it's coherent, right? How you can do it. Listen to the episode. Ask me questions if you have them. I'm giving you real world examples from my life, how they're working. This is the Ultimate OD Podcast. Here we go. All right, my friends, the Ultimate OD Podcast. This episode, oh my goodness, you guys remember back like maybe a year and a half ago, I did the CEO mindset. Because I'm like, everyone says be the CEO of your practice. And I'm like, what does that mean? How do you even do that? What does, And I did a good episode, and it opened the door. It made me start thinking about what CEOs do. And then I joined P3, and I got around people that are leveled up. They are way further in the journey than I am. And they're not better than me. They're just further along in the process. And every single one of those people will bend over backwards to help me out. But I love being in that environment. I love being in that room and talking to them. And it's not like I'm going up and asking, hey, you're the CEO. What does that mean? What's your day-to-day duties? Hey, how many days a week do you see patients? What are you doing on your free time? How's your family? Talk to them. And how they carry themselves, the things they talk about. You'll learn so much. Get in rooms where you're the lowest on the totem pole. When I used to go to dinners in Grand Rapids, when I started off, I was always the youngest doctor in the room every single time. People like Gary Anderson, who are well established, would look at me like, "Good job, little guy. Glad you're giving it a shot, right?" Like, and I wasn't secure enough to ask for his insight, for his wisdom. I was so like, I don't know what I'm doing, because I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm going to act like I know what I'm doing, right? Horrible mindset, right? Talk to these people, ask them questions, reach out. If you review of optometric business, optometric management, a podcast, me, everyone that's putting out content wants people to engage with them. Seriously. Like, even if they're not putting out content, most of us in this profession like to help each other out. Now, not everyone's going to give you advice that's going to be great for you, but there'll be a great example or a horrible warning. Either way, you're going to be better for it. Reach out, okay? So, from that time, I've kind of learned what the CEO does, how they're thinking, 5-10 years ahead, strategy, doing things. And I went to the P3 conference, and the office ran amazing. 11 days where I didn't see patients and the business ran. Not necessarily at the level that I want it yet. We're still growing and getting to where we need to be, but it ran. I got some juice. And one of the things that I'm in a growth mode right now, just mindset wise, business wise. 10 years from now, what are you going to look back at in your current position that you wish you would have gave up sooner, right? Why did you keep hanging on to X, Y, or Z when 10 years from now, you're like, I don't know why I did that for so long. You think about where you're at now and you look at some of the things you used to, you're like, yeah, I spent 10 years doing every single order for glasses and I don't know why, right? Things like that. Just what are you doing now? And one of the things that I looked at, I'm like, I need to get out of the exam room. The doctor has proven that she can see patients and be productive, have revenue. Time to just close up shop on Thursday. So, and I need to start delegating my time to be more productive. Okay. Notion is organizational tool. I'm using that like crazy, mapping things out, but I'm more organized from a business perspective. who I'm gonna meet with, my one-on-ones, my optical department, my front desk department, my marketing meetings, like all mapped out. I'm thinking 10 years ahead. Where do I want to be in a year? What moves do I need to make now to be there? So Mondays, crazy patient care. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, uh, done by 3:30, and then working with my managers. Thursday is my admin. I don't want to say admin. It's my leadership day. Leadership and culture, where I'm touching base with all the staff members, making sure my presence felt, uh, coaching up my managers that need extra help or that are helping me develop the next level of my business. Talking to the one-on-one doctor, and then Friday is my visionary day, where I don't have a set schedule. I don't even go to the office until later, and I just sit and think and put stuff on paper. And I can't tell you how beneficial that's been. Like, I know when I'm at a conference, I'm like, why do I always have a bunch of ideas when I'm at a conference? It's because I don't have a lot of other input. So for an hour to 2 hours, I go, no one around me, no input, no phone, and just blank piece of paper. What do I got? You will be amazed at what you put on paper when you give yourself the time to do it. But you got to consistently do it. Okay? So I said, hey, this is what I'm going to do. So it's weird now because I've really liked the change. Okay? I want to hire another doctor, and I can now see a world in which I have multiple offices and it's not overwhelming. Every time I used to think about that, I was like, every time I used to think about that, I was overwhelmed and I just didn't see a way that that could be done. But now that I'm stepping back, able to mentor the doctors and see patients, I always want to see patients 1 to 2 days. Not because I love patient care that much, but the proof is in the pudding. If you can't produce, no one's going to follow you. And the other doctors and whatnot are going to want to see that I can still bring it. Just, I think it gives me more credibility and it keeps me on edge to help mentor them. Because I'm like, I'm doing this too. I'm fighting the same battles. This is what I do. It's that mindset, okay? But I really stinking like it. But I'm early, right? I just committed down. So I'm not, the revenue isn't quite there because the other doctor is still needing to build up. I want to add another doctor by the end of the year. They need to build up. But in 3 years, because I'm making the moves I'm making now, I'm going to have something special. I'm pretty stinking excited about that. So it's a learning curve. Try not to let myself get bored or meddle and say, oh, I just need to go back to the exam room. Trusting the process and keeping myself engaged as the CEO of the business. I've done a very good job so far. Just take that for what it's worth. Okay, so in that mindset, I've set the table right here. What does it mean to be a CEO? What does it mean to scale? And I finally get the whole saying that systems scale. If you want to scale, you need systems. And I was like, what the crap does that mean? Well, listen to the last episode, and I talked a lot about this. I grew and I added people, and the business was fine. Kind of like a band-aid on a gunshot wound, just stopping the bleeding, but the culture was toxic. Well, systems scale because they have a strong cultural basis. Okay? You need to develop your culture, your core values, and then develop your systems around those core values. So no matter what's done, when you follow the system, the values are inherent. Now, again, you need someone to coach, mentor, reinforce, but that's what they're talking about. Okay, it finally started to click. So in a perfect world, if you're going to grow, you get a just amazing culture and you get all the systems in place, right? I'll tell you this right now, almost impossible to do at the stage that you're at when you're first starting to grow. You don't have enough people, so you don't have all the resources because the people that you have, not what got you here is not going to get you there. They aren't able to be promoted. right? You have to find someone from the outside and bring them in. But again, ideal world, you get your culture set first. You have all the systems in place, then you move, right? You need to have just a bunch of money set aside because to do it this way is slower. You're not going to grow as fast. You're literally taking the same output, moving to a bigger space, bigger revenue. You have a bigger burn rate, right? I don't know anyone that can do that without bumping up revenue. But if you can do it, this is the smooth way to do it. And that's what I wish I could have done. I've done the opposite. Move really quick, add pieces. Now I'm going back and trying to fix the culture, which is a nightmare, right? So I'll tell you this right now. Do it the right way, you'll be better for it. But even if you go the wrong way, you can make this happen. All right. So once you develop the culture, everything stems from this. What are your core values and who is going to instill them? I realize that I am the one that's doing this. I have a staff member that was with me for 7 years, didn't work out well. She's here for 8 now, and she was ready to make the move, jump up, and not manage the front desk, not manage the optical. She couldn't do all that, but her sole purpose is culture and training. Just be our culture, ambassador, right? And now we're developing it more. She's going to do a lot more than that. Essentially, hopefully, she develops into my integrator. If not, she believes in the values, the mission, right? But since she's doing that, I'm setting the tone. I am beating the drum on a daily basis. Hey, care. Way to see that. Way to take care of that patient. Teamwork. That's what I'm talking about. And people kind of looked at me like, is he serious right now? Why does he keep saying this? Well, you know what happens? They start repeating the things that they hear. They start doing what we talk about. And after about a month, I'm seeing it come to fruition. The hard work that I've put in to build a culture for the environment that I want to work in every day is starting to bear fruit. All right. Set the standard and hold the standard. This is not easy. This gets uncomfortable because not everyone that is with you when you make this decision is going to believe in the mission. Not everyone's going to want to stay. Not everyone is going to be able to stay in the same position that they're in. Now, either they're going to leave, or you're going to have to let them go, or they're all in. I gave it about a month for people to see the changes, see that I'm backing up. But then I sat down every single staff member and I said, "Hey, do you believe in our mission? Do you want to be here?" If I didn't get a yes, that's totally fine. I don't hold anything against you, but this isn't the place for you. This is our standard. This is what we're going to do, and not backing off it. And because I had trust with my two managers that were in those positions, I told them straight up, hey, we're making some big changes, but you're going to be happier for it. And they didn't 100% trust me in the sense of like, but they didn't leave. And now that I put them in that position, they're thriving. Like one of them, your strength, you love frames, and you're an amazing optician. Don't worry about managing people. Killing it. Other staff member, you don't like managing people. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna give these things for you to do. She looked at me like, well, I don't know how to do those. Oh, I don't expect you to know how to do them, but this stuff excites you, right? This is what you like doing. We'll learn it together, but I need this. This has value to me. You're the person to do it. Cool. And a little bit of, I don't want to say resentment or pushback, but they had to give up power. People don't like giving up power. Even if they don't like managing people, they like the title, they like the power. But they realize I still trust them. I still give them all the power in the world to make the patient's experience happy, good, refunds, comping them things. It's just they don't have to manage people. And that, once it kind of set in, been great. We had some people leave. And they gave their 2 weeks, went a week, kind of got what I needed in the terms of information, kind of think it out. Like, hey, appreciate you, but you don't need to come in the second week. Ruffle some feathers. Okay, one, well liked by some of the other staff members. When they found out she wasn't there, a little bit of like sadness. And this is something that had been happening. I'm like, hey, let's go back and talk about this. Complete transparency. Are you going to be okay? And they didn't expect it to be addressed in the moment at the time. Like, hey, just so you know, I'm here. I support you, but we're not going to let things linger. If there's an issue, we're going to address it right now. And then I straight up told them, nothing against that person. Nothing but respect. She can list me as a reference. But I want people here that want to be here. Period. Full stop. And I was fully prepared for everyone to leave and me have to start over. I've done it before. I would have figured it out. I had that much. I was prepared. Thankfully, it didn't get to that point. Don't let your culture get so bad that everyone leaves. But if your culture isn't where it needs to be, have the confidence, have the fortitude to let everyone go and build what you know can be done. And that's what I said. I know the environment this could be. We're not going to accept that. So, own the leadership, get the right people on the bus, then get them in the right seats and get the wrong people off the bus. You have to have tough conversations. You have to tell people, hey, I appreciate what you've done, but it's not giving me the result I want. I don't like this. We're making some big changes. It's hard. They could be your best employee, best staff member, they might leave. Gotta be okay with that. Culture trumps every single person. Culture is the core to you being successful and growing. Culture. All right. Once you have that, you have your core values, you're the leader. You have the right people in the right seats. Now you got to give them some guidance. You have to set a step-by-step system for every process in the office. And this is not something that will happen in 6 months. This is not something that will happen in a year. It's going to be like 2 to 3 years for us to get every single thing. But where are the biggest pain points? Where are you hurting the most? First thing you attack. And you just go step by step, look at every single thing. How do we get this to align with our culture, with what we want the office to ultimately be? And one of the things that you'll realize is this gives you the ability to scale because you take the reliance off a single person and put it on a system, right? This is how you go from, that $1 million practice to that $5 million practice because you can scale. You're not dependent on a one person show, right? System scale. And again, you have to have leadership. It's never going to be done without leadership and a great culture, but this is what you need to do. One of the things that I came across, and this is my new drum that I'm beating, aside from the core values, is you should have poise and confidence from day one because you have every single answer that you need. Because you have a support system around you where you can go to someone else in the office and everyone here will help give you the answer. If an answer exists, it's around you. And that's the support system. That's the culture that I want. Again, that might not be your culture. I don't know why you wouldn't want that. But that's what we're creating. And I'm not going to let it be anything less than that. From a doctor standpoint, a technician, receptionist, optician, that's what we're creating, right? Each step, good night, could be a 6-month process to get it out there, to get it refined, get feedback, and go. And once you got that process, all the resources possible, from Loom videos to a written up manual, every single thing you can think of, that's in stone. And then once you get all these processes, I'm told once a year you go back, revisit them, and see what you can be better at. What's aged out and what needs to be updated. Okay? And the last thing in this 4-step process is you need to invest in people. Okay? And this isn't people are your greatest asset. No, you have to invest in them. Put time, effort, energy into your people. Make sure that they have your core values. They can do the job, but then you got to put them in the position to succeed. Right? One of the things that we're doing, because we're trying to replace one of the people that had left, is When we do an interview now, it's behavior based. All right. We ask them a bunch of situations and then see how their responses line up with our core values. If we hear a bunch of things that don't line up with what we believe in, you know, red flags galore. And the mistake that a lot of offices make is they'll tell them the core values ahead of time. I used to do this. And then you'll see the patient or the interviewee caters every single response to the core value. No, no, not now. We make you tell us how you'd act in a situation. And then after we get a couple behavior based things, right? I go over the core values and I look at them and say, does this make you more excited to be here or do you kind of want to run for the hills? I smile and laugh, but you can kind of see how they react. I've had a couple that are just like, yes, into my veins, more of that. And I saw one or two that were like, yeah, not, they say, yeah, of course we want to be here. Then you see them just kind of slump down and their energy's gone and they're not as excited for the interview anymore. Not a place they want to be at. Good, weed them out early. But just some things that I've taken from this CEO mindset. This is how you grow. This is how you scale. This is how you hire on core values. This is how you have systems in place that allow you to grow. All right. Like I said, for over a year and a half, I've tried to figure this out. And it finally is clicking. It finally makes sense. Now, again, I haven't done the necessary steps to put all those systems in place, but I'm working on it. But please listen to this. This is an episode that you need to go back and listen to and just take a honest inventory of your practice and say, are we reliant on people? If, Judy was gone, do we still function? No, we'd be really hurting. You don't have systems in place. If you're not there for a month, does patient care suffer? Does customer service go down? What are you holding up with all your well-being? Do you have that culture that's needed to have a great business? Seriously, nothing else matters in my mind if you don't have these values and you don't set those systems in place. All right, get the right people on the bus, get them in the right seats, and be prepared for hard conversations that you have to have. If people rise to the occasion or they'll, wilt and get them out. And then never sacrifice or settle for anything less. And realize people hit different stages where they're great, they plateau, they got to go. All right, that's what I have for you. We'll have more for you next week. Where has the time gone? We are to the closing thought of the episode, and this again, I'm on a here right now, just taking the universe, the energy, and making it what I want to be. Right, I'm creating the world I want to live in, and I'm getting all the open your eyes to the fingerprints of the creator on your life, and you'll see them all bound, right? And I'm looking for it. I'm getting answers, right? The thing that I'll leave you with today is, isn't this what you asked for? You asked for growth, so life gave you discomfort. You asked for success, so it demanded sacrifice. You can't have one without the other. More opportunity means more responsibility. More ambition means less free time. Every choice comes with a cost. You can't chase a dream and cling to your old life. You can't ask for greatness and expect ease. So when the weight feels heavy, when the sacrifices stack up, remember, this isn't punishment. This is the price. Mic drop. That's what I have for you. Dr. Lily out.